Welcome back to another storytelling session, my dear children. How have you all been? Are you wondering which story I'm going to tell you today? Well, it is not Proverbs. It is going to be another beautiful story about Panchatantra. The name of today's story is The Crafty Crane and the Craftier Crab. Once upon a time, long, long ago, there was a very big and beautiful lake. And it had many fishes, crabs, and so many other water creatures. There was a crane which lived nearby the lake. The crane had got so old that it could not catch any fishes at all. So, children, no fishes means no food for the crane. So, without eating food for many days, the crane had gone very weak. So, one day, the crane thinks and comes up with a plan. He goes and sits near the lake where everyone can see him, and he starts crying loudly so that everyone can hear and see him. All the sea creatures felt very sorry for the crane. However, there was a crab which felt very pity on the crane and comes to the crane and asks him, "Uncle, why are you crying so much? What happened to you? Why are you not catching the fishes?" The crane continues to pretend to cry and says, "Oh dear friend, I have taken an oath that I am not going to kill any more fishes for my meal. I am going to starve to death. I don't want to harm any more fishes in my life." The crab starts wondering, if the crane is not going to kill any more fishes and he doesn't want to eat, then why is he crying all the time? So the crab asks the crane, "In that case, uncle, why are you crying so much?" The crane says, "Oh dear friend, I have a very bad news for you all. While I was flying nearby, I saw an astrologer and I stopped by to ask him about the future. And the astrologer said that there will be no rain around this lake for almost 12 years from now, and that is why the lake is going to dry up and all the sea creatures in this lake are going to die. I have been in this lake from my birth and I have grown here. And now that I have grown so old, I really wanted to see you all very happy in this lake, and I am very sad to hear this news." On hearing this, the crab gets worried and he runs and tells all the sea creatures about this. So all the fishes, the sea creatures and the crab, they start getting panicked and they ask the crane for a solution. The crane then says, "My dear friends, please don't worry. There is a lake which is far away from here, and this lake is so big and it has so much of water that it cannot dry even if there is no rain for almost 24 years from now. And the lake is filled with many beautiful lotus and other plants. And if you are willing to come with me, I can take you all there if you can ride on my back." After hearing this, the fish and the crab think, this crane is anyway not going to eat us. So there is no chance that this crane will be lying to us. I think we all can trust the crane and we should go with the crane to save our lives. So they all gathered around him and requested to carry them one at a time to the other lake and save them. The wicked crane felt very happy. After all, his plan had succeeded. So every day he started carrying one of the fishes from this lake and he started flying far away. And instead of taking them to the other lake, he will just smash the fishes to the rock and he will start eating it. And after having a tummy full of meal, the crane will fly back to the lake and he'll build all nice stories about how happy the fish is in the new lake. So all the fishes and the crab were eager to travel to the other lake. So after a few days, the crab comes to the crane and asks the crane, "Uncle, I am your first friend. How can you forget me? Don't you think it is my chance to go to the other lake now?" The crane is very happy to hear this. The crane was bored of eating the fishes all the time. So he thinks, today is such a good day. Instead of eating the fishes just like every other day, I get to eat a crab today. And he agrees to carry the crab instantly. The crab climbs on the crane's back and the crane starts flying. As the crane was flying, the crab looks down and finds a heap of bones and skeleton lying down. The crab immediately understands what the crane is up to. So the crab cleverly says to the crane, "Uncle, I think you are very tired from flying continuously so far. Can we please rest for some time and then we can fly again?" Looks like this new lake is very far from here. The crane laughs at this and tells the crab, "Oh dear friend, there is no lake now. I am doing this so that you all can be my meal. Just like I do every other day, I am going to smash you against the rock and I am going to eat you away." Hearing this, the crab understands the plan of the crane. He immediately climbs to the crane's neck and he grabs hold of the crane's neck with its strong claws and strangles him to death. The crab then starts laughing at himself and he thinks that he has saved himself and all other water creatures from being tricked by this crane. The crab then drags the dead crane back to the lake. All the other water creatures were very surprised to look at the dead crane as well as the crab, and they start asking the crab as to what happened. The crab laughs and says, "Oh dear friends, there was no other lake. The crane fooled us. He told us a lie that this lake is going to dry up, and he was not taking us to any other lake. He was taking one of us every day for his meal in a rock not far from here." And the crab proudly says, "As soon as I saw the heap of bones and skeletons of the fishes, I quickly understood what was the crane up to, and that is why I killed him. We are all safe now, and this lake is never going to dry up, and we can live happily in this lake now." So this finishes today's story, my dear children. So what did we learn today? We learned that it doesn't matter how small we are. When we know that we cannot win others by using our strength, then we should use our wit to win the situation. For example, the crab in this story is very small when compared to the size of the crane, and the crab is also very weak. But rather than using his strength to fight against the crane, he waited until he understood the plan of the crane and then he strangles his neck to kill him. So in the same way, in our life, whenever we come across with a situation wherein we are in trouble and we know that we don't have the strength to fight against this trouble, then we should use our wit and wisdom to overcome this trouble. There is a proverb in Kannada for this, and the proverb says, "Shaktiginna yukti melu," which means wit is better than strength. So did you all like today's story, my dear children? If so, please click on the like button and subscribe to my channel. See you all in the next video, my dear children. Bye bye.